Welcome to TCGplayer's annual seller event. We can't tell you how happy and excited we are to be together in this club with all of our friends and sellers. Since we left you last time, it's felt like a really, really long time. So to be here is just fantastic. We've got a great week ahead. We've got a great team here on site. We've got 2 booths. We look forward to this event all year long. We come here to connect with you. You sellers are part of what makes TCGplayer a fantastic place to be, and we want to make sure that we connect with you through the week and here tonight. We've got a lot of great things ahead, so I am here to actually welcome to the stage the CEO and founder of TCGplayer. Please help me welcome Chetty Hampson. Come on down.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
Hello, retailers. I can't believe it's been 2 years. We were all talking and thinking about, as we approach November, if it was going to happen again, if we're going to go another year without getting to hang out together and talk about what's going on with our industry. So it really hit home for me just how special this night is, getting to talk to all of you. So what we're going to be talking about tonight, we're going to be discussing the commitment that TCGplayer has made to your local gaming stores to make sure that you can perform and operate a successful business. Now, the way that we do that, everything that's happening at TCGplayer is all about 2 goals that we try and encapsulate everything between. So these 2 goals, we're going to keep talking about them throughout the entire night. The first goal, it's all about understanding that each of you, you put a lot of time and effort into your businesses. And we know how much you want to make that be successful. So what we want to make sure that we do is click. So we want to ensure that we deliver to each of you tools and services that are designed to make sure that you get more time back, make sure that your staff gets more time back, make sure that the end goal, you spend more time with your customers, your friends, your family. So now the second goal is that we know that you also have a desire to build up financial stability for your business. We know that you want to grow your sales. So a lot of our features are designed around not just growing your sales, but also bringing diversity to your products that you're doing, making sure that you're protected for the upcoming years. So those are the 2 goals that we're talking about. Saving time, but also growing your sales. Now, back in 1998, I was working in a local hobby store myself, just like you. I could have been working for one of you probably. This store was located in Syracuse, New York. It was called Twilight Book and Game. And I had the idea for an e-commerce website at that time that I had the courage enough to walk in my boss's office and pitch it to him. And luckily, he had the leadership and the trust in me to say, let's try it. So I got really excited. I left his office, and I went and grabbed an HTML book. I started figuring out how to code because I actually didn't know a damn thing yet. I was just pitching an idea, didn't think he'd accept. And then when it got to the design side of things, I reached out to my good friend Ray Moore and brought him aboard, and we started on an initiative to build this e-commerce site for that Twilight Book and Game. And we were so proud of the work that we did once that was completed, and we launched it, and it was a success by any financial measure. So we had orders coming in. This is like Warhammer, the original days, really great stuff. It was just flying off the charts. But after that first year, the website was shut down by the owner, never to come back online. And we were devastated. We put a lot of effort into that. So we achieved the goal we set out to. We grew his sales. We did one of those goals, but we didn't do the other goal. We didn't protect his time or the staff's time. We really upset the entire operational flow, and they didn't know what hit them. So I think you've all experienced this if you started doing online sales. You have new orders coming in. Who's supposed to fill those orders from the existing staff? Customer service emails start to come in. Not only who's supposed to answer those, they're coming in after hours, and who's supposed to train the staff on how they reply to the customer in this new format. Then you have ordering. Not only are you ordering for the store, but you're also ordering to make sure that you're keeping up the levels for the online website. Who's supposed to take that on as well? So the answer to all of these is typically the owner of the store, right? So you take this all on. Now you're further removed from the customer, you're further removed from your friends and family, and that is not what we want to see. So this is why I'm so focused on these two goals. We want to save you time, grow your sales. We're providing these methods to you to make sure that we tackle both of those goals so that you can sleep better at night. Now, tonight we're going to continue focusing on these two goals, and we're going to be wrapping it around how do we save you time and increase your sales by walking through the 3 business lines at TCGplayer. The first business line we'll be talking about is retailer services. Then we're going to move on to authentication services, and we'll close it out with the online marketplace. So retailer services, the most critical offering that we have at TCGplayer because it starts with you. It's all about your 4 walls of your brick and mortar store, and that's what everything matters for you. If we can't help you there, we can't help you anywhere else. So if you could, just for a moment, what I want you to do is think back to when you started your business, okay? What conversations did you have with your friends and families as you were kicking off this idea? What was it about the future possibilities that really got you excited? And of course, what did you envision your day-to-day life being? I bet that you never anticipated what your day-to-day operations were like nowadays, right? I'm willing to bet that none of you said you want to repeatedly sit down with one of your staff and walk through not just how we should ring up customers, but actually how we should check in and out so you can keep track of his hours. So when you look at your day-to-day operations, I bet it feels like you're performing just an absolute regular job. And a regular job isn't why you started a gaming store. So I understand that that's not anything that you wanted to have, on your plate. So the retailer services. Once again, tools to ensure that we can maximize your time, make sure we protect you, your families, your friends. Now, the way that we approach this is through the suite of tools called TCGplayer Pro. And what I want to do is just remind us of what is part of this service offering at TCGplayer. So I'm just going to play a quick video for us.
Free your time with Pro Tools from TCGplayer. Digitize and price cards with ease. Set prices with a click of a button. Maximize margins like a pro using custom pricing rules. Apply price updates instantly or set them to automatically update at a later time. Reach more customers with your very own branded and customizable website. Save precious staff time and delight your in-store shoppers with a digital kiosk. No bulky binders, full search capability, and automatic recommendations. That means happy customers, more sales, and more staff availability for things that matter. Pro Tools by TCGplayer. Free tools to make your life easier.
So we announced TCGplayer Pro as a new line of our business back in 2017. And I'm just thrilled at how much it has grown over the years. Now, to date, we now have 1,763 retailers using the Pro software. Just beyond our wildest dreams of what the success could be like. We're really happy that so many of you are using this service. But it's not just the number of stores. It's how useful this feature is to you. How much inventory do you put into it? How much are you managing on there? That's what really shows the trust that you've put into this service. And so now we have $100 million concurrent and growing of inventory on behalf of your stores that is within that system at all times. That's a lot of inventory. Now, we take the responsibility of hosting that much of your inventory extremely seriously. So it is your feedback that has guided the direction of Pro, and it's what's going to be leading us into the future. So what gets me really excited is the coolest features we've been launching here at TCGplayer over the last couple of months. So what I want to do is just highlight just a few of them. So the first was directly from a lot of the sellers on our TCG Player Pro for Facebook group. You want your in-store customers to absolutely be able to locate, find the inventory and the products that they want. You want them to do that easily on their own. You would love it if they could check out as well on their own. The goal is the more that they can do on their own, the more your existing staff can go off and do other tasks or help other customers that don't actually know what they're looking for just yet and need your guidance. So what we needed to do was make this feature faster for you. And we have been working on that. What we had to do, though, is we had to scratch the entire original product that we launched in 2017, rebuild it from scratch, and come out with a new version of the kiosk and website. And we did that earlier this year. And the result is that the kiosk and the website are both 2 times faster and allow us to build on a lot of new features into that system. So one of the newest features that we added in there is another great requested feature that comes out of the Facebook group. You want to show off your coolest items, right? Those signed cards, your graded cards. You want not just people to see them in your showcase. You want them to be able to look them up on the kiosk. You want people to see them if they're at home and know what's going on in the store. So now you can post high-res photos of those really cool products, put it right into the website, right in the kiosk, and one of your customers could be on his mobile phone and see exactly what you're showing off inside the showcases. And then another great feature, and this is once again all about how much can we help your customers find products so that your staff can be free to do those other tasks. We took the power of the filters that are located online in the TCG Player Marketplace and brought those directly into your website in the kiosk. This really helps your customers do those deep searches. They can search for artists, certain colors, different card types. All of that frees up your staff. But what really has me the most excited is the newest addition to the Pro lineup. In November, we announced that Roka Robotics had joined TCG Player. Thank you. So Roka Robotics, they produce the world's leading robotic card sorter. Now, how many of you have thousands or tens of thousands? Some of you even have hundreds of thousands of cards sitting in your stores that you just know you could sell, right? But you don't ever get the time to sift through them, get them into the database, get them uploaded, price them. You're sitting on tons of unrealized money. Roka solves this for you. So to tell you more about Roka Robotics and what it means to join TCG Player, what I want to do is introduce you to Kevin Lipkin, the CEO.
Thanks, Jetty. I'm excited to speak with you here tonight, and I'm really excited that Roka Robotics is now part of TCG Player. At the beginning of Roka, we had a really aggressive goal. I want you to picture an Amazon fulfillment center with cutting-edge robotics and automation technologies deployed to deliver massive scale, speed, and efficiency. Now I want you to picture your own game store and your own singles operation. Think about all the cards themselves. Boxes of cards, stacks of boxes, mountains of cards. And think about all the steps it takes to do something with those cards. To go through them and dig through, to organize the cards, to get them listed, priced, and ultimately to fulfill orders. And to go through those steps, think about how labor-intensive that all is. Think about how much expertise is required. And think about how expensive it all can be. That's why so many stores have backlogs of collections of cards that they just haven't gone through. Well, our vision was to bring the Amazon level of efficiency and technology to this industry, and to make it available not only to the largest operations in the space, like TCG Player and their Authentication Center, but to make it available and practical for game stores and small businesses all across the country. My business and partner and I come from a robotics background, but we were from outside this industry. So we had a lot to learn. To get up to speed, we spent a lot of time with the earliest Roka Sorter customers using the first version of the Roka Sorter. And let me share what shocked me most about some of those conversations. What I expected to hear was that the Roka Sorter helped provide incremental benefits to their operations, helping them do what they've always done, but with automation providing some cost savings. That's what I expected. But instead what I heard was that the Roka sorter was helping to transform their businesses, helping them reach much higher volumes and revenues than were otherwise imaginable. Let me give you an example. We started working with Paradox Cards and Comics right at the beginning of the pandemic. They're in Fargo, North Dakota, and when the pandemic hit, Richard, the owner, had to close his doors, no customers, no events, revenue streams drying up. But Paradox decided to take the plunge and use the Roka sorter to scale up their online operations. In the year before getting the Roka sorter, they did $50,000 of sales through TCGplayer. In the first year with the Roka sorter, up to $250,000. And last year, over $400,000 of single sales, all from cards that had just been sitting there and using the Roka sorter as the backbone of their operation. How does this all work? A process that we call SAIL. S for sifting, efficiently and algorithmically pulling out the exact cards that are valuable and profitable. Next, A for alphabetizing, organizing and fully alphabetizing cards so that as a higher volume of orders comes in, your employees can pull precisely the right card quickly and with ease. Next for L, as our robot is sorting and sifting through cards, it's also digitizing them so they can be uploaded and listed with ease. And lastly, E for everything else. As the robot's processing your cards, that frees up you and your employees to focus on the things that matter most, including your customers. We're continuing our mission to bring Amazon-level efficiency to this industry. And to that end, we are thrilled that we've joined TCGplayer. Together, we're building the most powerful tools to help your business transform its operations and to help you save time. We're extremely proud of our Roka sorter product, which sorts 1,000 cards in under 2 hours, or sifts through cards in twice that speed. And this isn't just a concept or a prototype. We've now shipped nearly 200 Roka sorters, and over the last year, have sorted over 100 million cards. We've also expanded beyond Magic, now into Pokemon and also Yu-Gi-Oh! But we are also working on some really cool things. In fact, here at GAMA, I'm excited to introduce our new product, the Roka Sorter Max, which has 3 times the capacity of our original Roka sorter product. We built this additional capacity so that your machine can sort more cards with even less attention and time from your employees. Picture this machine sorting thousands of cards every night, even after you lock up your store. This provides maximum throughput and ultimately maximum value and impact to your business and your operations. We want to work with your business to not only incrementally help you save cost, but to transform your operations and help you reach its potential. We'll work with you to figure out what the best fit is. Our original Roka sorter, which is now available at a new, lower price, or our new Roka Sorter Max, which is available for pre-order now. You can get in touch with us at tcgplayer.com/Roka to start the conversation. Thanks, and I look forward to working with you. Back to Chetty.
That is so exciting. I'm proud to see that Roka is joining the TCGplayer Pro in services under the TCGplayer umbrella. So now that we've provided you the tools to get back your time, there is a natural tendency to think about what can I do to help drive more stores or more sales towards my store, right? The same question the boss that I had at Twilight Book and Game asked and answered by launching his e-commerce site. So, as we discussed, going off and trying to drive new revenue at your store without having the setup of the operations and pushing out there and giving up your time and giving up your staff's time, that's not a blessing back to your store, that's an actual curse. So that's why we developed a second business line that's designed around saving you time, which is the authentication services at TCGplayer. This ensures that you can begin taking advantage of getting ready to grow your sales online without having to scale up your labor force to match it. Direct by TCGplayer. This has grown a lot over the years as well. And I want to play another video for you that highlights all the service offerings under TCGplayer Direct and what it is on behalf of your stores.
Grow your business with Direct by TCGplayer. Be the first consideration of millions of hobbyists. Save thousands by letting experts in our Authentication Center condition and ship products for you. We can even buy, sort, and store your products so you can get them to market without incurring any extra logistical and labor overhead. And our team of customer experience representatives handle all refunds, lost packages, condition disputes to give your customers a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Choose Direct by TCGplayer, your complete sales solution. Designed to grow your business.
So I'm proud of what we've done with TCGplayer Direct over the years and how it's grown. Since 2014, it's been a testament to see how many stores have joined that program. To date, we now have 1,169 stores across this country that are part of the Direct program. And to date, we have also shipped out, on behalf of your stores, 125 million products. So the reason that Direct has been accelerating so much to help retailers is because of the absolute last announcement we made at the GAMA trade show 2 years ago. That product that we announced was called Store Your Products, a new service offering that we had planned for stores to be able to have you consign your inventory to us. It can be sorted, it can be unsorted, just get it to us. And the idea is turn those cards into cash. Now, we would handle all the labor, all the service, all the listing, all the customer service, all the refunds. All you have to do is just price your cards and make sure your bank account can receive the funds from all those sales. So when I announced that product 2 years ago, we thought we had a good product that we would slowly ramp up over the next year and sort of just keep adding a few more stores on here and there. Let's get through the beta test. But within 24 hours of walking off that stage, I was standing amongst a group of you, and we started to look up at the TV screens, and we saw announcements like this. Sporting events where fans were not allowed to go to the games anymore due to a pandemic that was starting to sweep the nation. I think we all remember flying home and what that feeling was like. This was basically the last convention of the year before everything shut down. And then within 30 days of walking off that stage, many of your stores, they were ordered to close your doors to traffic, putting your businesses at risk. So this program, which started off as a feature that we thought would be useful to retailers, it became a lifeline in the face of this pandemic. And it caused a major shift in operations for all of your stores and for TCGplayer ourselves. You see, we also had to ramp up all of our support for this product. It meant that now, even if your stores were closed, you could send inventory into TCGplayer, we would do all the labor for you, get it up there for you, and you could sell it. That program has grown exceptionally, and I'm so proud to announce that we have now helped receive and process on behalf of stores $35 million worth of inventory. So this was a change in operations for your stores and for our Authentication Center. We had to ramp up massively to take on that much demand. So February of 2020, just a month before the pandemic hits, we had 121 team members in our Authentication Center. Today, we now have over 388 team members. We grew 3 times the size in just 2 years. This was a massive change, massive growth. We did it in the face of all the rules that were put in place with COVID, making sure that so much safety was brought to that team, but we needed to do it in order to ensure that we could support your businesses. So I want to take a moment to send thanks back to Syracuse, New York, to our Authentication Center employees that are there. I want to thank you for making such a commitment and drive over these last 2 years to ensure that these brick and mortar stores, that they could lean on us to maintain their operations and grow in the face of the craziest 2 years I think we've all ever seen. So thank you, everybody, back in Syracuse. So these past 2 years have been a whirlwind of changes for your business, the industry. So Tonight, what we're going to talk about is another positive change that's coming to the Authentication Center. What I want to do is welcome up my business partner of 25 years, the same Ray Moore who helped design that first website.
As local game stores, you're busy running your business, training your employees, bringing in great products. One of the most frustrating things is to put a product into your customer's hand and have them not agree on the condition of that card. Think of that collection that walks into your store. It's an amazing collection. You want to buy it. So you start going through that collection, separating out the near mint, the LP, the slightly more damaged. You see a frown start to form on that customer's face. They don't agree with you. They pick up that collection, they walk away. They never come back. You don't get to buy that collection. Now, most of the time, that's because there's just a disagreement on the interpretation of those conditions. We can do better for our customers and for your stores. Now, historically, conditioning was just accepted to be subjective. Luckily, all of you as game store owners have the experience. You probably know how to condition. But what about your employees and training them? What about your customers, making sure that they talk the same language when you're talking about conditions? So we partnered with you, as we so often do, to work at increasing the quality of our condition standards to make them usable for everyone. We now have a way to make it objective and measured. So we have an updated condition guide, clear terms to make sure you're speaking the same language when you talk to your customers. All new training process. We're not just writing this down, we're installing this into our Authentication Center, bringing in new training, bringing in new tools so that they use the same language, the same terms, all the same measurements that we share with you. It's by working with you, hearing your feedback, all those cards we ship through direct. We've worked with you for years. We've been able to grow through direct and grow through our partnership with you. It's about creating a community for all. It's about singing that same song when you talk about conditions with your customers. For all of you, it means less customer issues, less returns, more repeat business. For your customers, it means they have confidence. They know what they're looking for. They come into your store. They know where to find it. So I want to thank every seller that worked with us. We worked with some of the top sellers on the platform to create these terms, these measurements, this condition guide. And I invite you to continue to share your feedback. It can always improve. We learn from each of you. We want to have that conversation. So thank you. I believe we truly can install a new standard for the industry. Back to Chetty.
Thank you, Ray. We are very proud of the collaboration between your stores and TCGplayer to bring this new condition guide into being. So thank you. So now let's talk about the third business line at TCGplayer, the online marketplace. We've successfully found all of those ways to save you money, save your team, or save your time. We'll get to the money part. Save you that time and specialty. Now, the retailer services and the authentication service are those two pathways. So now we can start thinking about what's next from a financial edge. And we believe that the TCGplayer marketplace is the ideal path for you to grow your sales to a truly global scale. So for every 10 products that are on TCGplayer, for every 10 of them, 9 of them are listed by retailers. So I think we can say that the bulk of the sales that happen on TCGplayer are your sales. So I'm thrilled to celebrate a very huge milestone that this is happening together. We have now seen collaboratively $1 billion in sales generated on behalf of your stores. So thank you. Just incredible. Now, as I look out at the remainder of 2022, I'm getting even more excited about what we're going to be doing together and how we're going to see those sales continue to rise. 2021 set up the stage. We put a ton of work into preparing our platform to be able to scale up and handle all the customers and all the traffic that was coming at it. And we've invested heavily into the marketing team to start driving and building up new customers to visit your stores. So as I stand here tonight, we are on pace for the next huge milestone together, and that is we're going to see this year over 1 million unique customers making purchases from your stores. So hobbyists, I think we can all agree, they love buying from you. And we are constantly working on new features and new services to ensure that we can delight those customers. But it's not just about getting those customers to return back to the website. A lot of the success is about the partnership that we have together and understanding what is most important to you. Because you are the absolute heart of the industry. So over the last few years, we've seen an increasing trend where the publishers are rightfully seeking out new pathways for revenue, correct? One of these pathways is that they want to go direct to the customer. Now, great for them, but it has the benefit or the drawback of bypassing your store walls entirely. It cuts you completely out of that customer journey. So this is an issue that we wanted to solve. We knew there had to be a way to take the entire ecosystem of retailers that are on that marketplace that built it and make them part of that connection with the publisher. So we worked with Legend Story Studios to form a very unique partnership that I believe is a revolutionary way to connect publishers, retailers to an online marketplace and their fans. So to date, what we did is we worked with them to make sure that they could go direct to customers. We're going to allow that. However, let's ensure that not only are those customers also going to continue to make purchases from those brick and mortar stores on that same platform, but that a portion of every single sale gets cut back to those participating retailers, ensuring that they remain connected to everything. And so we've seen over $275,000 now being pushed back directly to retailers, making sure that they are connected to this program. And what I want to do is I have a video to play from the CEO of Flesh and Blood, James White. I want him to share with you how important you are to this industry and what it means to have this partnership together.
Good morning, I'm James White, founder and CEO of Legend Story Studios, publisher of Flesh and Blood trading card game. Hey, I hope you're all having a great time at GAMA, that you're learning some new stuff, that you're finding those hot new products, and that you're meeting some new people who will help you grow and support your business. I'd like to thank Chetty and the TCGplayer team for inviting me to be part of the keynote speech today. Over the 3 years that Flesh and Blood has been in the market, TCGplayer has been an incredible partner, and they certainly share our mission, which is to bring people together in the flesh and blood through the common language of playing great games. As our partnership deepened, we started to come up with some really innovative and creative ways that we could better support the local game store industry across the US, because that is the primary place that we see our mission in action. As we all know, TCGplayer has always been a great champion of local game stores, with their unmatched ability to facilitate, authenticate, and ship orders on behalf of their partners. So why not take the same approach to publishers, allowing us to leverage TCGplayer's scale to connect with even more Flesh and Blood fans in creative and effective ways? As a result, we brought something truly revolutionary to the TCGplayer marketplace: 3 direct-to-consumer campaigns that directly benefited local game stores. As Chetty mentioned, the campaigns have been a tremendous success, to date awarding $275,000 to local game stores across the United States, and at the same time delighting thousands and thousands of Flesh and Blood fans. As our partnership continues to grow, I am confident that we will come up with creative, innovative new ways to ensure that local game stores like yours remain at the heart of the TCG industry. Before I turn it back over to Chetty, I want to thank you for opening your doors day in, day out, so that people can come together to play great games. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of GAMA.
He looks so cool, doesn't he? I love it. I'm so proud of James. What a partner, to find somebody who's as passionate about local hobby stores as my own. So I'm looking forward to many more campaigns and working with more publishers on your behalf. Tonight, we've talked about how TCG Player's 3 business lines, how they come together to ensure that we can meet those goals of both saving you time, but then also growing your sales together. Now, it is through this combination that we help you return that excitement that you've always had about why you launched a brick and mortar store in the first place. So now that we understand these 3 business lines, how they weave together to support your businesses, let's put it all together and talk about the next way that we're going to be growing your stores. So, what if? What if, as a store owner, you had the opportunity to add on a new product line to your store? One that could drive up revenue 25% or more for the next 10 years and beyond. Wouldn't it be incredible to have that type of financial windfall without disrupting, as well, your current existing operations? That's what we're trying to put together and play for you. So the catch is, what if you're not particularly familiar with this new product line? It's a little bit uncomfortable for your stores. Wouldn't it be amazing if the software that you leaned on to run you and help you manage that store could help push you into that new product line and carry you and your staff fully into it? Well, this is the reality. This is what we've been working on for years at TCG Player. It's why we announced TCG Player Pro back in 2017 with this vision in mind. So TCG Player is going to be bringing to you the largest, most lucrative collectible product line in the entire world. So here is the size of the collectible card game market in the USA. Nearly $5 billion. Here's the size of the next product line that's launching to your stores. That's 50% bigger than the entire collectible card game market. Now, the reason we're so excited is because this new product line, you have the skill sets already in place to be great at it. You and your staff, you're already experts at conditioning cards. You're already experts at customer service. And when this product launches, you're going to be supported by a tool set that enables you to be successful. That's what we're trying to bring to you. So TCG Player is going to be bringing the full suite of tools to your brick and mortar stores, those services and skills. Your skills are tools, right? They work together. So let's talk about what's coming to your stores. Full product catalog, live pricing data, image recognition, in-store kiosk, the website, and of course, full inventory controls on behalf of this new product line. So this new product line, it is, we've talked about it, sports cards. And I know that some of you might not even be familiar with this product line. And that, again, is why we're excited. You get to take your skills, you get to add it to our tools, and you get to bring home a new product line that is 50% bigger than the entire collectible cards game market. I think that's pretty awesome. And so not only is it amazing for your stores, and we see it as a natural fit for any store that already interacts with collectible card games, but if you are familiar with sports cards, then this is, of course, a home run tool for your stores. So this is going to be sports cards. It is by TCG Player. It's got the full suite of tools. It is coming to you this summer. So we built these tools to make sure that you could live your vision for your business. We want you to enjoy that time with your customers, enjoy that time with your friends and your family. We understand that you're at the center of this entire industry. You're truly special within your local communities. So you are where so many hobbyists walk into to discover that next new product line that they want to get into. You build those foundations. So we want to see you continue that passion and marry it together to help foster the next generation of people that are going to be getting into sports cards, collectible card games, board games. The better off you are, the better off the entire industry is. So we're so thankful to all of you. I just want to say thank you for being here tonight and being a pillar of the local community. I want to say thank you for being an entry point to all these hobbyists that fuel all these product lines that all these publishers are going to be here selling. It starts with each of you. So thank you for your trust and partnership with TCG Player. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you.